G'day guys, so today we are going to be talking about the dumbbell overhead press. Now, how this differs from our seated dumbbell press, because when we have the back support, we can obviously lean up against the back support and take most of our upper body load away from our midsection by pulling our shoulder blades back and down. We don't have that luxury here because of the fact that if you watch, when I pull my shoulder blades back and down, I expose my midsection through here. So I tilt back and I open up. This potentially could lead to things like hernias and abdomen issues over a long period of time. Likely not going to happen right here, right now, but if we do this over a period of time, we weaken our corset and we are not probably doing our abs as we should at the end of or before our sessions, then we can head down that path, and we don't want to. So, and also, by arching so severely, we're going to place a lot of load on a fascia joint just down here, and when we do that over again period of time, you're going to get a sore lower back. So I like to call this blocking up in order to prevent this happening. So what we want to do is, firstly, obviously we want to stabilize our scapula, because when we do that, we get a bigger and better contraction through our delts, right? So we're going to pull our shoulder blades back and down. But you can see that when I do this, I open up here. This is the blocking part. I want you to think now that you're going to pull this top rib all the way down and into your pelvis. So you're going to clamp that up or block that up. How you do that is a few things. One, you can push your hips through, and then squeeze on. Or two, you can pretend that you are about to get a punch in the stomach and you are going to brace. So you pull your shoulder blades back and down. Now I'm going to potentially punch someone in or punch your stomach. So you're going to brace and you're going to block up. And you can see now how I am very much in a straight line, but it will feel as if you've dropped about 3 inches off your total height. So again, when we set this up, also we want to make sure that our ankles and our knees and our hips are all cemented. And the reason we want to do this is because we don't want to cheat. We don't want to use plantar flexion. We don't want to bop through the knees or push through the hips in order to get the weight up. Again, being as stable and structured as possible will create the most bang for buck out of this exercise. Right, so let's get into it. So we're going to screw our feet in, we're going to lock our knees out, and we're going to push our hips through. Shoulder blades are going to go back and down, and we're going to block up. Okay, now we're starting at our shoulder height, and we are going to press above our head. And this is the position that we want to go into. It is going to feel as if you're doing a U shape, up and back. So when we come in, we want the dumbbell in line with our ears, and we are pressing up and above our head. We are coming in a U shape like so. So again, shoulder blades back and down, and we're going to be pressing above like that, so that the weight, when it is coming down, is obviously it's outside the line of our body, but it's inside the line of our nose to the back of our head, okay? So to look at that on the side view, we're going to go shoulder blades back and down, we're going to block up, and then we're going to press above our head. This first view are probably not the best example. And that there is how I want you to do the dumbbell press. Things to be aware of: if you start to feel your shoulders impinging, which they shouldn't, but if they are, we want probably avoid the exercise for a starter, or two, make sure that you are executing your shoulder blades back and down. What can happen is that when we are rounded, we can impinge on a tendon through our shoulders, because our shoulder is a really poor joint. We can impinge, which creates that pinch and that, oh, I've just done my shoulder type of feel. Okay, but if you sort of walk it off a bit, shake it up, like, oh, my shoulder's not too bad, that's the impingement on that tendon. So in order to avoid that, just watch your depth. Ideally, again, we want to take this muscle all the way through its full range of motion. So when we're coming all the way down, all the way up, that's ideal. However, if it means that you stop with your elbow just below armpit, fantastic. But if you can get those dumbbells all the way down, all the way up, that is where the most bang for our buck is going to be. Team, that there is how you do a standing dumbbell military press.